Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us on this Saturday evening. Welcome to another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, fresh back from Paris and Cannes. You see it with the hat, Pepe. Cincinnati Bengal Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro Liberty City legend. That's Chad, Ocho, Pepe, and you soon. And also joining us, University of Texas alum, Heisman Trophy winning. It's dark. Okay. Heisman Trophy winning candidate, and he's a cannabis connoisseur, Mr. Ricky Williams. Ricky, how you doing, bro?
I'm wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate that. We'll get to you in just a second. Guys, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us, whether it's the very, very beginning, in the middle, or now. We cannot thank you enough because everything we do is because of you. We got some awards tonight. Ocho, as a matter of fact, Nightcap was so good, they sent me 2 of these things.
Hey, listen, do me a favor. I'm supposed to only be speaking French tonight, right? But I'm not going to speak French right now because I'm trying to understand, how do you continue to get the awards and you're not sending one to me?
So guys, thank you very much. Thank you for your word of mouth. Thank you for your eyes. Thank you for your ears, because without you, there could be no Nightcap. Please make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We have it in stock. We have it in abundance. And if you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. The best tasting premium VSOP cognac on the market. Don't take our word for it. Try it for yourself. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. The link is in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. We've got Ricky Williams, who I introduced at the top, and then we have Jon Jones, We Fly High, joining us later in the show. But Ocho, off the plane from France, tell us a little bit about it, bro. How was it?
I mean, listen. France, Cannes was beautiful. Obviously, being able to connect with a lot of brands, seeing how things are run. Being able to sit down and meet with important people. I'll just say it like that. It was a tremendous trip, man. Some meetings went very well. I had to speak on a few panels that went well, and the relationships, the bridges I was able to build over there was awesome. So I'm kind of upset that I missed the first 2 years based on what I was able to experience, going out there this time. So I look forward to next year already. I've only been home for 1 day, but it was dope. It was a really, really dope experience.
Yeah, it gets bigger and better every year, Ocho. I went last year. We were supposed to go, and we had some technical difficulties, but it is a wonderful event. And like you said, you get an opportunity to sit down and be in those rooms and be in those meetings where things actually happen. You get an opportunity to talk to people that's going to actually pull the trigger and make things happen. And so that's always, and look, you get an opportunity to meet the people. They get an opportunity to talk to you. I mean, you're across from them. You're talking. Now they put a name to a face. Now they put a personality to the name. Now they get an opportunity to see who and what Ochocinco is. So I'm glad you got an opportunity to experience that. As I mentioned earlier, we recently spoke. Ricky, we got something. You're from you're from San Diego. Where do you live now? Are you back in San Diego? You in Texas? You in Miami?
I live in Northern California.
You live in Northern California now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we got something that you might can help us out on. You recently spoke at legislation, Texas. They're trying to ban marijuana products. I guess its products will have the THC in it, correct?
Yes. It's not supposed to, but that's why it's the issue, is that pretty much you can go to a gas station in Texas and get THC. Yeah.
Well, damn. And they try, so they don't, like in California, you have these specialty shops. You have cannabis shops that you go into and you can buy, obviously you can buy, I don't know, gram or whatever the case may be. I mean, you can probably speak to that a little better than I can. But so are they trying to like take it completely out, or they're trying to get like restrictive where you have to go to a specific place and not just your arbitrary gas station?
It's both, but it's a little extreme. They're trying to ban it 100%, and they say they're gonna open up the medical program. And I think it's a good idea to open up the medical program, but I think it's a little too much to say to ban it 100%. It does need to be regulated more, but not banned.
But you do realize that when they open it up for medical purposes, or so they say, medicinal purposes, only a select group of people get those licenses, right? You know that, it's, what we have been incarcerated for 2, 5, 10, 15 years. Now we got, we're selling a little nickel bag, Ocho, a little gram, little whatever the case may be, whoop-de-woo. Now they get a license and they get to capitalize on it and make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and then we get cut out and we done spent time in jail for that.
Mm-hmm.
Real. Yeah, it's real. It's real.
Hey, and the funny thing about it is they don't allow things to pass, or they don't legalize things until they're able to monetize on it.
Yeah, once they find they can tax you on it.
But yeah, that's exactly how it is. And obviously you understand the other aspect, the other dynamic of certain people, obviously of color, who have used that as a way of survival, as a means to provide. They've been locked up, for years, and we understand how that goes. It's always a double-sided sword in a sense. But hopefully those that are able to use it for medicinal purposes, and everyone is given an opportunity to get those licenses when the time comes.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of what you're talking about, Chad, there are a lot of people in prison still that shouldn't be in prison.
Yeah.
But also most states, because when the movement first started, most of the people were liberal. So when the movement first started, they made sure in a lot of the legislations that people who have been incarcerated or have felonies have easier access. They can. If you've been incarcerated for nonviolent cannabis-related offense in a lot of states, you have easier access. You can get access to a license.
Okay, that's nice. That's cool.
Oh, okay.
Well, it is. But the issue is that most of those people can't afford or don't have the expertise to be able to do anything with those licenses.
Right.
So, yeah. So it don't really work.
I was talking to someone, and they say, look, when we get a license, us people that look like me, you, and Ricky, don't be selling your homeboy a pound. Do what you do to guy Ocho. I'm talking to somebody that's kind of in that business.
Right.
And to keep the business above the board, when your homeboy come, don't sell him a pound. Sell him what you're supposed to sell. Keep it above the board so you get to keep your license. I know your homeboy, come on, bro, ain't nobody gonna know. Yes, they gonna know, because as soon as you get jammed up, do what you gonna say, Ocho, to keep yourself from getting 10 to 15, you gonna dime your partner out. He gonna lose his license. They gonna shut him down
every time.
So if we're fortunate enough to be in those positions, let's just do right. Hey, keep that money flow going, because like you said, that's a cash business.
A big one at that.
And it's just like alcohol prohibition. They ran bootleg, moonshine, and all that stuff, and they said, hold on. We keep busting. Let's just, let them make it, and let's tax their ass on it. Mm-hmm. The same thing with cigarettes. Yeah. Let's tax them. We could get this is a billion and billion dollar business. Instead of hiring all these people to try to bust the steels and cut the trees down, we can monetize it. And once someone finds they can make some money off it, they're gonna make money off it. It's really that simple. And but I'm glad, Rick, let me ask you this. Had the laws and the way people look at, because when I was younger and growing up and in the league, marijuana was a stigma. Mm-hmm. People frowned upon it. Mm-hmm. And it's not nearly that. I mean, now, California, they walk around, they be smoking outside, and it ain't nothing. How different do you think your career would have been had you been allowed to, partake?
I think it would have been a lot different, because just, off the field, just all the trouble I was in all the time, and the hits to my reputation at the time, it was so stressful that I'm sure if things were going better and I was allowed to be myself, that I would have been able to perform at even a higher level. No pun intended. But no, but seriously, right, because I think we only have so much energy, and when things are stressing us out, that's energy that's being wasted that could be going to something different.
Right. I mean, you look, California has always been very, very liberal, very open-minded. I mean, you go to the Bay and the hippies and the yuppies, and they had Woodstock and all that other stuff going on. Do you think your upbringing, do you think where you was raised at played a role in you being so, open and partaking in marijuana? And did you smoke in high school? Did you smoke in college? When did this, your love, infatuation, or whatever the case you might want to call it, when did your love, or when did you first partake in marijuana?
The first time it was in high school, but I wasn't a smoker. I didn't really become a smoker until I got into the league. Because it was stigmatized, and I was an athlete, and right, growing up, the one thing that everybody said, right, don't throw it away for drugs. So I tried to listen. So but it wasn't until later. And I definitely think when I was 13, my stepdad was a Rasta. And so he would smoke every night. It just was part of his routine. And my auntie, she had a tree in her kitchen. So it was around me. So I was desensitized to it. Like, I think if people aren't around it and they just hear the stigma, that's all they have to go on. So I was around it, and the people my stepdad and my auntie were people I probably liked the most in the whole world, and they smoked. So I wasn't partaking when I was young, but I was open to it. I wasn't against it. I wasn't anti.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm really curious. You say you hadn't smoked obviously, most of the time when it comes to people having certain habits, it comes from their surroundings and their upbringings. But the fact that you had the discipline not to be interested in it while you were young, but once you got to the NFL, did you use it in the NFL because of injuries, because of stress? I mean, is there a specific reason?
It was stress. I think the reason I hadn't used it up until that point because life was good. I wasn't really stressed about anything. I didn't need it. And I got to the point where things got really stressful, and I realized that this helped me. Because everybody knows I'm a shy person, I'm an introverted person, and something about smoking, I just get to be with myself. Right. And I feel like I get energy. I get energy from that, and it helps me.
Was it a situation, Rick? I think the thing is, you said the expectations, and we're gonna get into this, where Mike Dicker gave up his entire draft class to select you. That had never been done in the history of sports. I mean, basically, that was Aesop giving his kingdom away for a horse. And the expectations that came along now, you're supposed to be the greatest NFL running back, because you look at all the running backs, Jim Brown and Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith and Eric Dickerson, all those guys, they got slotted. The man gave up his whole entire draft class to select you. So now that comes along. I mean, you're a Heisman Trophy winning running back. You had the most rushing yards in college history. So now I'm a Heisman Trophy winner. I got the most rushing yards. A guy just gave up his entire draft class for me. That's a lot of expectations on a running back. Did that play any role?
Honestly, if I'm being real, you can call me ungrateful, but I don't think I even got to the point of realizing the expectations because I was so disappointed that I slid to the number 5 spot.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay. So I was in shock. I mean, after that, I don't even remember what happened. I don't even remember. I don't even remember how, because just what you said, to me, I thought I had made the case, and not even to be the best in the future, but that I was the best. At least I had the potential to be the best because of my track record. So I thought I should have been the first pick, and then I wasn't. And the Edgerrin was pick number 4, Hall of Fame career, but I wasn't even the first running back pick. So I mean, again, I remember sitting there and I was spinning, and I remember them saying something about picks or something. Mike Ditka, I saw him with the cigar, and then I was on an airplane headed to New Orleans.
Did you get hot? Did you get high that night?
I wasn't smoking then.
You weren't smoking then. So you didn't start smoking till you got to what, Miami?
And I started smoking in New Orleans. Started smoking my second year in New Orleans.
Did you have it? Was it injury related? I mean, you talk about you're an introverted person. I think I remember you was talking and you always had your face mask, you had your helmet on, and you had the dark shield, and everybody was like, "Damn, what's going on?" Ricky seems like this is what they were saying. They said, "Man, that dude weird, man. Who gives an interview with the helmet on? We can't see his eyes. We don't know what he's thinking. People would like for you to make eye contact," and you were like. And I was like, wow, okay, this is different. But hey, to each his own. The man did win a Heisman. He was, won all these awards, the dope walker. So, hey, it's hard to argue the man has had success doing it that way.
It's not the same though. I mean, my time in college and my time in the NFL were completely different. And basically, it was just the people's orientation towards me.
Okay.
Because as a sensitive person, that's what it means. It means like I need to be around people that feel me. Because if I'm around people that don't feel me, then it's hard for me to feel myself. And so I was around people that didn't feel me. The only way I could feel myself was I go home with my homies, right? Smoke a little bit and get on the game. Just to relax. Just to again recharge so I can get up and go do it again. Being on the field, I love being on the field. Nothing better, to me, there was no better feeling in the whole wide world. And I'm talking about practice. There was no better feeling in the whole wide world for me than to be on that football field. Nothing. And that's all I wanted to do. But all the other stuff, it just made it almost to the point where it wasn't worth it. And so I realized if I wasn't like smoking, connecting, I would have gave up the game.
Hey, you know what's funny, Unc and Rick, when I think about it, as great as you were in college, as great as you were in the NFL, just imagine if they were a little bit more lenient with the rules and allowing you to smoke, let's say for medicinal purposes. If it's something that you have an issue and it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable and being able to operate and do your job on a day-to-day basis, who knows what you could have done, because you were smoking weed and doing damage and running like crazy. So I could just imagine, do you ever sit back and think about and have regrets in the way things turned out or went? And if you could rewind the time and do it all over again, would you make a different choice as far as smoking is concerned?
I think about this a lot. And the thing I think about more is the people, the players, the guys now in the league who, because things have changed, who can.
Yes.
Who can? It's not so much pressure. And I feel like I had something to do with opening that door. And to me, that makes all of it worth it. And as far as regrets, I can say this now because I've lived and I'm living now, is I wish that I would have taken more of a advocacy role at the time. Because what you're saying is true. I mean, that's real. I wasn't hurting anybody. I was just taking care of myself so I could go deliver the product that they were expecting me to deliver. And I did. I mean, when I got to Miami and I got into my groove, I led the league in rushing, all pro. And so I think, and to me, the league, we go out there and put our bodies and our minds and our hearts on the line, and they should give us all reasonable means to be able to take care of ourselves, to be able to do that. And I wish I would have been courageous enough at the time to say that publicly, because whether people believe it or not, once you say something publicly and people are hearing it, it starts the conversation. And I think, and that's what I've seen the biggest effect I've had is people can talk about this now when I'm in the right. They're almost expected to talk about it when I'm in the room. So it makes it easier.
Yeah. I think the thing is, Ricky, is that it was a stigma, and the more people started to talk about it, and you started to have more prominent people, you started to have people like yourself, and you had some of the Hollywood elites start talking about it and the medicinal purposes that it have. And it said, and I've heard people that talk about, oh, you got no problem giving these guys shots, you got no problem giving these guys painkillers, getting them addicted to something, and then when they leave the league, they still need that, and they can't get that, and they're crashing out. Why can't you allow them to smoke marijuana? Calm them down, take the pain away, because at the end of the day, this is a gladiator sport. This is not a contact sport. This is a collision sport. There are no winners. There are only survivors in this game. And so if you're going to, hey, take this Vicodin, take this Percocet, take this Toradol, take this and that, and all these anti-inflammatories, which is more dangerous to the body, which is more harmful to the body, which is causing more harm and breaking the body down even more than this, why not have a conversation? And I think the NFL, they did open their mind. They started doing a little bit of their own research because obviously, you know, they don't want to make sure they don't want to get sued down the line. They started doing some research, and I think they came to the conclusion that you and many in your area, Rick, had already known.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time. So I feel like I was a pioneer, and I'm being rewarded for it now. So it feels like it's working.
But see, Rick, I don't know, man. You might have been smoking that scunny. You might have been on that Khalifa Kush. You might have been on that boat. So if you'd have had that old homegrown, that'd have never showed up in your system. You could have just been. All right, let's get to a couple of topics. Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders says he will not drive cars anymore after his multiple speeding accidents this month. I don't drive no more. No more. Ocho, Rick, are these speeding tickets being blown out of proportion? Ocho, go to you first.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Obviously, you know, you're not supposed to speed. You're not supposed to speed based on whatever the speed limit may be. I think you just have to be a little more cautious. You have to be a little more cautious. I think we've all sped at some point. We've all been pulled over for a ticket at some point.
Yep.
You're not supposed to do it. At times, people do it based on where you are, having to get somewhere, being a little late, being behind schedule on whatever it may be. At the time, I'm assuming Shedeur was probably, I'm not sure whether it was morning, noon, or night when he was stopped over. Maybe he might have been trying to get to the stadium first. Maybe you wanted to make sure you got there at a certain time. Either way, his decision not to drive anymore, or have a driver, or have a Uber, whatever it may be, so he doesn't get any more tickets, is a step in the right direction to make sure you don't make that mistake again. Or you can just drive like I do and never go over 60 miles an hour.
What you think, Rick? It's being blown out of proportion?
I don't think so. I think it's a warning sign, and not an alarm, but a couple of things. And I've been there. Is you got to know when there's a lot of heat on you, you know, lay low, right? It don't mean you always have to lay low. Is you got to have that sensitivity to when the heat is on you, lay low. And here's the other thing. I put on my psychologist hat. And, you know, everything that went down on draft day, you know, everybody around was pissed off, you know, but when they showed him on camera, he seemed cool, right? And that's how you're supposed to be. But right, I say speeding is a manifestation of repressed anger, right? It's got to get out somehow. So I say if I was a psychologist, I say it's okay to be angry, right? It's okay to be angry.
I like that.
You think, because at one point in time, people thought he was going to be the first pick in the draft, Ocho. Nobody thought he would get outside the top 10. So you think
top 10, top 3.
Right. Yeah, because they talked about Cam Ward, him, and
Travis Hunter, yeah.
So you think the speeding might be a manifestation of something that's inside, like, man, I just got to get this out, just like blow some steam off, and you got your foot deep into the gas pedal.
Exactly. It's got to come out somehow.
Hey, you know what's funny, Rick? Hey, Unc, when you think about it too, we talk about, I hate using the word YN. I hate using it, but obviously it's something that people use today for the young fellas. And anyway, when you think about it, right? Think about all the college kids at Georgia, or just in general. Everybody keep getting in trouble for doing what, Unc?
Speed.
You know, when you're young, when you're 21, 22, 23, you have a need for speed. And the type of cars that they get are Challengers, Hellcats,
Scat Packs,
Scat Packs,
Track
all
Hawks.
stuff. Yeah, Track Hawks. So I mean, it's something that young folk do all the time, you know, and they just have to pick and choose when to do it and have a better understanding of your surroundings, you know, whatever devices, you know, technology is so advanced now. Put what you need in your car to let you know if there's anything around, because you don't want a mistake to happen, like speeding and getting in an accident and having someone pass away.
Yep.
So it's better to have a situation like this happen than the alternative.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you're young, Ricky, and you can attest to this, when you're young, you feel invincible. You really think you can fly. You feel you can jump off a damn building, and you can jump off a 10-story building, and I ain't gonna break ish. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You feel invincible because that's how we are. That's how we become who we are. We believe that we're gonna go out there and can't nobody stop us. I'm gonna run for 1,000 yards tonight. I'm gonna catch for 400 yards tonight. I'm on the court, I'm gonna score 50. I'm gonna run the track, I'm gonna break a record. You have that. That's what separates us, is our mindset. We really believe that we are above, not better than you as just as a person, but I can do what I do better than you can do what you can do.
Yeah.
That's a blessing and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Rick?
I mean, it depends on if you got somewhere to put it. You know, I think that's the key. If you got somewhere to put it, it's a blessing. When you don't, it becomes a curse. And I think that's the curse, because it don't stop, right? That passion, like when we stop playing, that passion, that need to conquer, to prove, it don't go away. And if you don't have somewhere to put it, then it definitely becomes a curse.
Yeah, well, how do you turn it off? How do you say, I'm driving my car, I ain't invincible no more. I go to the game, I'm invincible. Now I'm invincible. I can do this. That's the thing. It's hard to turn it up, because like once you compete,
Yeah.
it's hard to turn that. That's the thing that athletes have the hardest time doing, moving away from the game. Not all, most, some. Because I've been competing my whole life, Ocho. We competed in flag football, Pee Wee, Pop Warner, junior varsity, college. So we've been competing. Basically, I'm 57, so I played football, tackle football for 26 years. I retired at 35. So since I was 9, so for 26 years I've been competing. Now all of a sudden, what I'm going to do? Who am I competing against?
Yeah.
How do I suppress that? How do I turn that off? Man, you pull up beside me. Oh, I'm on the treadmill. Right. Oh, we racing. Nah, I'm just going, nah, you racing. You should have got up beside me. There was 3 treadmills over there. All of us. You came to the one beside me. You running? Okay, we racing.
Hey, you know what, Unc? Now that I think about it too, now not to go off subject a little bit, but
yeah, go ahead.
Transitioning.
Yeah.
That competitive nature, that competitive edge. Normally, when you stop playing, I believe obviously you haven't played in a very long time, but look, you didn't suppress anything. You've just taken that competitive nature that you had in football and you take it to TV. You didn't took it to business. You didn't took it to linear television. You didn't took it to hair. You didn't took it to Nightcap.
Yeah.
Then you take me, for instance. You know my black ass love to compete. I don't care what it is, whether it's video games, whether it's talking trash, whether it's challenging everybody that come on this goddamn show to do something, whether I'm joking or not. You know, in the back of my mind, I'm actually serious, because I just want to compete, and I had that urge to find that love for what I used to do on Sundays. I got to find it somewhere else. So why not find it in everything else I'm doing in life? Well, except behind the wheel.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody don't get the opportunity that we got to go to television and do podcasting and do things like that. Some people, you know, my brother, he got into golf.
Yeah. Because
it's hard to turn. It's when you do something for such a long period of time, it's hard to stop it. That's why addiction is hard. You know, because think about it. Most people you don't become addicted one time. You've been doing it for an extended period of time, and now you're like, it's like, oh man, what am I? I can't drink, I can't smoke, I can't go, I can't gamble. Man, what about, man, I can't play football, Ocho, man. I can't game no more. Well, man, what the heck? What am I gonna do? What do I do with this energy that I got, Ocho? Because I used to burn it off practicing. I used to burn it off in the game. I used to burn it off, we gonna meet and I'm with the guys. Now what do I do with that energy that I got nowhere to put it?
That's a good one. Hey, I like that word you just used. The word you just used, addiction.
Yeah.
You have an addiction. Now, I forgot the statistic. They say, I might be wrong, or correct me if I'm right, Rick or Uncle, if you know, it takes 30 days to create a habit, or am I tripping?
That's what they say, yeah, 30 days.
It takes 30 days to create a habit, but it takes forever to get rid of the habit. Hey, Unc, I'm not sure if you have an addiction, but Ricky, for someone who loves to smoke weed, for whatever reason, do you think it's an addiction? And if you had to stop, could you stop if need be?
Well, it's a hypothetical question, so you have to give me like a real situation where I would have to stop. Like if I went to the doctor, exactly. If I went to the doctor, and the doctor said it's not good for your lungs, you need to stop. Yes, I can stop.
Okay.
Ricky, did you ever vape?
Nope, never got into vaping. No.
Okay. The NFL at once was trying to devalue the running back positions. Do you think the season last year that the running back had Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, do you think the running back position, Rick, is back in vogue now?
It's not back to like when we played, but
No,
it's back,
yeah.
but it's back from the past couple of years. It is.
Right.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, and not only is it back though, right? But it's back for the tier 1 running backs. You know, that select few that you just named. Obviously, you left Christian McCaffrey out because he was
Right.
injured last year.
Yep.
But with those players that you just named, that the meat and potatoes of the tier 1 running backs, if they can consistently change the dynamic and the way owners and GMs view that position, then they will continue to always be able to get top dollar at their position, regardless of how they feel about them being valued, because that means they're that much more important to an offense, despite it being a pass-happy league.
Right.
But you got to be one of the best, though. You
Yeah,
got to be one of the best.
I agree, but I even think that has a limit because of injuries. I'm telling you, I seen it. It was my second year in New Orleans, week 10.
Right.
My 1,000-yard week 10 and broke my ankle. Right. I saw the look on my coach's face. Right. And it looked like I will never depend on a running game again. I could see it. I could see it because it's traumatic. So I think it'll go up, but I think, invariably somebody's going to get hurt and then it'll kind of come back down. It'll go up. It'll come back down. And I think that one of the ways we would have known the running back position was back if Saquon would have won the MVP.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Your team wins the Super Bowl and you run for 2,000 yards and you don't win the MVP.
Yeah, I think Adrian Peterson was the last guy to win the MVP, wasn't he? The running back.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be. I mean, look, you can win the MVP. I mean, the year Eric Dickerson ran for 2105, he didn't win MVP because Dan Marino threw for 5,000 yards and 48 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, 5,000, 48 touchdowns. Oh yeah, that's the MVP. We know ED ran for 2105. But now it's kind of like the same thing with the in the college. Unless a back has a Barry Sanders type season, because these quarterbacks are throwing for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, Ocho.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go back and look at the running backs that had successful season, look at their quarterback. Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson was a 2-time league MVP. You look at Joe Mixon, he had C.J. Stroud. Jahmyr Gibbs, he had Jared Goff. You look at Josh Jacobs, he had Jordan Love. Mm-hmm. So you go look at the days of you just I got a running back, you better have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because if your quarterback is not a threat, they're gonna take that running back away. I am going to make you beat me with your B option. You will not beat me with your A option.
Yeah.
And well, we'll see. We'll see if this is if this thing is trending up, or with last year was just an anomaly season. Because you got to, Ocho, you know how they make running backs do it for an extended period of time. See, only quarterback had one good year. We got to pay him.
Yeah.
Running back, they got to put together 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah. I mean,
Speaking of injuries, Drew Brees says his right arm does not work due to football injuries. Drew said he suffers from degenerative shoulder, all kinds of arthritic changes. When I throw in the backyard right now, I throw left-handed. I think that was that was the shoulder that he tried to jump on a fumble, and his arm went all the way around because John Lynch almost,
in San Diego.
Yep, his last year in San Diego. Rick, do you have any lasting injury? Do you have anything that prohibits you from doing things that we're not gonna be perfect as we get older, because everybody think, man, you should feel and nothing should ache like you did when you was in your 20s. Nah, bro, you 45 and 50 and 60 years old, it's gonna hurt. Do you have any lasting injuries or things that bother you now, Rick?
Every once in a while, my neck and my shoulder will flare up. I'll get that stinging pain down my shoulder. It'll last maybe a week, then it'll go away. Probably happens a couple times a year.
You pull out one of you pull out one of them things like, oh yeah, man, I don't nothing hurts, brother. Ayyy, brother.
I can't say that. I can't say that. I really just have this neck and shoulder thing. Right. But I'll tell you though, if I don't do some kind of yoga or qigong or tai chi or meditation for 3 or 4 days, then I feel like I'm 80 years old. So it's something I have to stay on top of pretty much every day.
Tai Chi is soft karate.
Hey,
Exactly? Yeah, you got exactly what it is.
Hey, what the hell? I know it. Yeah, I know a yoga. What the hell is Tai Chi?
He was just showing you.
Yeah,
show him up. Show him up.
Yeah, so you making fun of me.
Do it again.
It's
he was for real. That's Tai Chi.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, it's kind of like it's more meditative. It's known as a soft karate.
Yeah,
a soft karate.
That's what they call it.
It's one way to think about it is you move so slowly that you start to feel every single little muscle and ligament and tendon that's doing the movement. So it wakes it up. Because, you know, when we get stiff, use it or lose it. I heard old people say that. I didn't believe it until I got old. And it's true. So I got to do something. And I can't really lift weights. I don't want to lift weights and I don't really want to run. So yoga and Tai Chi, Qigong, those are perfect.
Hey, now that's exciting. Now I might want to try that. I'll try some Tai Chi. Yeah. I like that.
I bet you'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he ain't gonna love it.
I bet you he will. Watch. Well, he gonna be hooked. Watch.
Hey, see, hey Rick, I can't. They talk about Pilates, you know. They talk about yoga. Like I can't sit still, Rick. I got to be moving. I got to be moving. I got to do something. So as long
in Tai Chi, you moving so slow, like you said. It's not like it's not like Kung Fu or Jetsun Kun or nothing like that. It's really slow. All the movements are deliberate.
Right.
So all the energy, it goes into the focus. It's still movement, and you still are using energy. But as you do more and more and get better, you literally start to feel everything in your body.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, Tai Chi. Yeah.
Lamar Jackson went off on Eagle fan on Instagram. When the F have I ever complained? Just say we have a solid on paper roster. So far, that's all other ish, not called for. You don't play for the Eagles, little bruh. Continue to be a fan of the game.
Yeah. Talk. See, this is what we see. What I told you about telling the truth, huh? You see what I'm saying? You see how I open it up? You see how players are opening up? Now we talk about Lamar Jackson, someone who rarely talks. You know, he's not one that is very voiceless at times. He talks to the media because he's obligated to contractually. But I like seeing stuff like this. Eagles fans, I love Eagles fans. Hell, I love the goddamn Eagles themselves. But I love players that at times clap back and try to put fans in their place because, listen, you're a fan of the team, a fan of the game, but you don't play. You don't play. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has been afforded a platform and voice because of social media. So I'm glad players are taking the onus to let fans know, let's stay in your place. I think it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's an art. It's an art to clap back without feeling like you're taking it personally. You know, where it's more like you drawing the line in the sand.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Where you at? Hey Rick, what part? You say you in Dallas?
No, I'm in Northern California, up in the mountains. Yeah.
You in the mountains?
Up in the mountains. Yep.
Hold on. What? Hey, y'all got animals out there?
We don't got animals, but there's a goat and a horse, 2 goats and a horse, 2 horses next door. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I thought you'd be out there hunting. Okay.
I ain't never been hunting before. I tried to go hunting one time. We tried to go duck hunting one time, but I think I watched too many movies. So every time I pulled up the shotgun and I cock it, and the shell would jump out, would fly out.
Man, what you cocking it for? It's supposed to be already loaded, Rick. You just aiming fire.
I've just seen too many movies. I thought, you know.
You ejecting the shell. You ejecting the shell if you do that.
That's exactly what happened. It happened like 5 times.
Yeah, Rick, I'll be honest with you. I don't think you got the heart to really kill an animal.
That's probably why it happened 5 times.
Yeah, I think that's the mechanism to make sure you don't go through with that act.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what was going on.
Hey, Rick, that's a good thing that you do have that mindset of the fact not being able to kill an animal, because my grandma always told me, if you can kill an animal, you can kill a human. You know, stepping on ants, stepping on roaches. I never used to do that. I always used to catch them and place them outside so they can go home and be free.
Yeah. Well, they weren't paying rent, so I'm killing them.
Hey, Unc be killing squirrels. He be killing
No, Unc used to
raccoons.
kill squirrels.
Hey, catching fish. How you think the fish feel? How you think the fish feel when people go fishing? Thinking about their habitat.
Didn't Jesus feed a flock of people with fish?
He sure did, and bread too.
Oh,
Oh, he had 40 loaves and 2 fish?
no, it was 2 fish and
Wait,
six. I think it was 6 loaves. I think it was 6 loaves.
And 6 loaves of bread. Hey, I don't know. I gotta holler at Jesus, boy. I'm trying to see how you feed that many people with 2 goddamn fish now. You got to show me.
Well, if you keep living right, you might go and he might have a conversation with him and he might be able to show you. You keep living foul, he got to turn your way, Ocho.
Oh no, but listen. I
You're on the straight and narrow now, right?
Hey, I walk by faith. You hear me?
You know
it's 10 commandments, right?
Yes.
I got 8 of them down pat.
But the other 2, they hard, huh?
He said faith, but it's faith in what?
Me?
Yeah, faith in what?
Rick, I got faith in doing right. I got faith in doing right. At any time I backslide, I ask for forgiveness and get right back on track.
Okay, now once you backslide, you ask for forgiveness. You can't backslide again now.
Well, I ain't gonna do it, but hey, one thing is say in the Bible. It say, "Come before me after thou mistaketh, make a mistake," and I just do just that.
Miami has always had an explosive offense. You were part of many prolific backfields, Ricky. Now Miami have Achane, Tyreek, and Waddle. Is this the year Miami gets over the hump?
If Tua can stay healthy, yes. But that's always the question with Miami. We saw when Tua stay healthy, they went to the playoffs. So if Tua can stay healthy, yeah.
Hey, Unc, fins up, Unc. Fins up. We gonna win the AFC East. How about that?
Where Buffalo go? Where they move Buffalo to?
Who?
But where they move the Bills to? The Bills no longer in the East.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how the AFC is gonna work this year.
Okay.
The Buffalo Bills are gonna have to come to the Dolphins when it's time for the playoffs, right? We're gonna win the games that matter most, so we have home field advantage, and we don't have to take our ass to the goddamn cold in late December or January and have to play them goddamn Bills in the cold. That's the problem with us. We ain't won a game in the cold weather, which has been our kryptonite since 1958.
But guess what? It's cold in Baltimore. It's cold in Kansas City. It's cold in Buffalo. Those are 3 teams I will suspect. If I had to, make me wager some money that meant something to me, and if it's my money, it means something to me. That I think they're going to have better records than Miami. So with that being said, y'all probably gonna have to take y'all ass on the road again.
Can I tell you something too? You know what hurts my heart too, Rick,
what?
And the fact that there are rumblings, there's discussions that a trade might be happening. You know, with Jalen Ramsey, they're trying to work out whatever it may be. I'm not sure why you would want to get rid of a player of that magnitude who is well within his rights, still very good at what he does, especially in man-to-man. I don't understand what's going on. For us, the Dolphins in itself and management and owners and Mike McDaniel, I'm not sure what's going on in that area. In the AFC East, you got a lot of good receivers.
Yeah.
A lot of good receivers, and you need a lockdown corner like Jalen Ramsey, who's been an All-Pro, who's been to the Pro Bowl, to lock down one side, or at least give you a chance. You know, and that's no disrespect to the other defensive backs that's on that team, but this is someone that is proven at the position.
But my thing is, why not trade him in the offseason? Why not trade him during the draft? Why the hell people get ready to go to training camp now? Why are you trying to trade him now?
I don't think it's going to happen. If it hasn't happened by now, I don't think it's going to happen.
Until somebody gets hurt.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to remember he has a base of $20 million. I don't think anyone wants to take on that base going on another team.
Well, I think the thing is, Ocho, is that if you trade somebody to get hurt, you're gonna have to take on that kind of salary. Right. But I just think the thing is that it made more sense to me. This is not something that just popped up out of the blue. You probably knew you wanted to trade him after the season ended. Yes, so now you start working in that direction. Okay. Probably not going to be able to get maximum value. You might have to get up him for a 4th round pick. I know you want more, and he deserves more. Mm-hmm. But what you deserve and what somebody's willing to trade for,
Mhm.
they know you want to get rid of something. I'm not giving you market value for it if I know you want to get rid of it, Ocho.
Right. You're right. You're right. I know a good place for him too now.
You know
Now,
them cheap ass Bengals ain't gonna pay no money.
You see, I wasn't even for to say the Bengals, but I mean for these fans they've waited for 30 years. They waited for 30 years, and I think it would be a huge improvement. You look what the Ravens did and going to get Jair Alexander and bolstering that
For
defense.
$6 million.
Huh?
Jalen Ramsey's costing $20 million.
But-
And that's a 1-year deal.
right.
And Jalen Ramsey probably got 3 more years on that deal.
You're right, but I was just thinking about Jalen over there with that star on his helmet in Jerry's World at AT&T Stadium. I'm just throwing it out there. They've already boasted the offense, so why not go and add another piece on defense and solidify that corner position to go along
Jerry
with
Jones could have got Derrick Henry for $8 million. You mean to tell me he gonna go spend $20 million on a corner?
Hold on, think about what you just said. The running back position that owners don't really value, especially Jerry Jones. You know he don't care nothing about that.
That's Derrick Henry.
Right. See, you see, I love the way you said that. You said that with enthusiasm. You said it with enthusiasm.
Yes.
The way you think is not the way he thinks.
Right.
The one by the check don't think like that, and that's the problem.
When the last time Jerry spent big money in free agency?
See, when the last time Jerry won a Super Bowl?
I'm just trying to tell you.
Two things can be true. Not
yes.
the same page.
Jerry believes in drafting. Jerry does not believe in paying guys or giving up draft capital to bring a guy in. I think the last guy they traded for probably was Roy Williams. They gave up, because think about it, they gave up 2 first-round picks for Joey Galloway. They gave up 2 first-round picks for Roy Williams from the Lions.
Yes,
and
sir.
it didn't work out well for him.
Yeah, you're right.
And so Jerry said, F this. The one time it did work out well for them, they got time. They won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But time is a generational talent.
Yes, he is.
Rick, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Tell the chat where they can find you at on social media.
Yeah, so I'm at Williams on Insta and Ricky Williams at on X.
All right, bro. Come back when you going back to fight Texas about that marijuana law. Come back and tell us how you doing.
I sure will. Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, Rick.
Take care.
Yeah. All right, Chad.
Yo.
Ocho, look at this.
Hey.
Guess what it says, Ocho? It says Nightcap Show 2025 Podcast of the Year. Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson.
Hey, I like that. Hey, I've been working on my French too. I've been working on my. Send me my award.
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do that, Ocho.
Hey, why not?
And guess what?
What?
Guess where the web is coming?
Where?
We're in the money. We're in the money.
Hey, I like that.
Ocho,
Huh.
you owe me $5,900 and you get your awards.
Wait, comment va ça?
$5,900.
Comment va ça?
That.
Bonjour.
Yeah, I need
Hey,
that.
Jim.
Yo.
What?
What's
Jim,
up
that's
with
you.
you?
Hey, Jim, you upside down. What's up?
Hold on, how I go? They told me turn it sideways. I'm better now.
Nah,
Yeah,
you
man.
better now. Yeah, you definitely better now.
What would they do, twin?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Done been in this gym. You know, I'm looking rocked up like I just did 17.
Yeah, we gotta stay in there. We gotta stay in there.
All right, guys. Jim Jones is joining us as Ocho was bringing him in. Jim, how you doing, bro?
How you feeling, my brother?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Life is good. God is good. I can't complain.
Yeah. So talk to us a little about this music thing. You've been in this thing for a minute now. So talk about Jim Jones of 20 years ago, Jim Jones today. Have you noticed anything different in the music industry? Have you tried to do anything different with your sound to keep up with the way the industry is headed?
Oh yeah, the industry has changed tremendously from when I started. There wasn't no social media for one.
Yeah.
When I started in 2003 with my first deal, and even before that, when Cam started with his deal. So these kids got a bit of advantage when it comes to marketing and promo that we didn't have. They had access to a lot of information that we didn't have. A lot of people say it works against us, but I think it works for us in watching the way that these kids work in the present day and things like that. I've learned a lot from them, from how they carry their music, from how they sell their music, and from how they market and promote their music. Us as being here for so long, we've seen we tend to get caught up in our dinosaur ways from yesterday and how
Yes.
they carry artists, but that's not
Yeah.
the way they carry artists today. So there are platinum artists that have their nose up because they're big platinum artists, but that don't count in today's society. They don't carry it the same way. So what I've chosen to do was always chose to try to reinvent myself, but not to the point where I'm chasing, but there's a medium that I reach because I always want to teach these kids, but I always want to learn something also. So, you know, that and what reinventing yourself, you got to be willing to be disciplined to know what direction you want to go in when it comes to reinventing yourself. You know what I mean? One of the things I credit do is the gym. The gym is one of the biggest attributes to me being able to sustain this long in the game. Sustainability is a motherfucker.
Mhm.
Jim, let me ask you this, and I hear this a lot, especially in music, and I see this in television and entertainment, actresses. It's like, man, every record that he put out, it sounds the same. Okay, he does something different, man. He don't sound like the old guy. He don't sound like he used to. Okay, an actor, actress, they try to do a different role than what we're used to see him. Man, I like when he did that. I don't like this new. So you want the guy to change. You want the individual to change and give you something different. And when they give you something different, you say they don't sound the same and you don't like it. So how does someone win? Now, the person that I have the utmost respect for and what she's been able to do is Beyonce. Beyonce is as big as you can get in one genre. And she says, you know what? I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do this. I mean, it takes some chutzpah. It takes some guts, Jim, to do that.
I mean, she like Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan left the NBA, he went to the NBL, the Major League, and MLB, the Major League, to
tried to play
baseball and
baseball.
things
Yeah.
like that. Like, he had to have a lot of guts, you know what I mean? Like same with like Dion when he was playing football and playing baseball and being successful at the same time in both of them sports. I mean, and that takes a lot of heart. I haven't seen anybody else do that successfully the way that Beyonce has done it. So I tip my hat to the barriers that she continued to break inside of this music industry.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, what you think right now about the state of hip hop, where it is right now? How do you feel about it, especially with the young dudes, with the sound now? Obviously, I think when it comes to rap in general, hip hop in general, I think the sound changes every 10 years. How do you feel about this era of hip hop right now that we're in? Do you like it? Have you embraced it? What?
I mean, in my opinion,
Yes,
it
sir.
doesn't matter because I had my time where we were dictating the sound of music and we had a ball. And there were older people that was hating on the time that we had and things like that. I encourage these youngsters to be as creative as they can. As long as it's connecting with their crowd and the people are singing your shit and they going to your shows, then who am I to say I don't like that music when they out here spanking shit? You know what I mean? You did like so it's like you gotta stay true to yourself, but find your rhythm in the mix of what's going on. Else you're gonna be lost in the sauce, or you're gonna be looking like an old dude, or you're gonna be looking like a has-been, or you're gonna be, you understand? I'm not into that. My energy ain't for that. You heard? If I'm gonna be a contender in this game, I'm gonna play at the top of my ability to play. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna take no shortcuts or nothing. I'm in it. That means I gotta contend with the younger boys, I gotta contend with the older boys. So that means I gotta come through stepping. They only respect violence, and not to say violence, but you know what I mean. Like they gotta see that shit. You dig?
Right.
While I'm in the game, I'm gonna show them that shit. Like people don't get it twisted. Like I'm a man of many different things. Like my rapper hat is one hat that I wear.
Right.
But if I'm rapping and I'm in it, I'm in it. What's up? I'm going against all odds and what I gotta do to maintain be a contender in this game and keep feeding my family and making the money that I make off this. You know what I mean? I think people get that twisted when they see me talking and popping my shit and shit like that. That's just one character that I gotta put out there for y'all to eat up. You know what I mean? But I'm
Matter of fact, hold on.
Go ahead, Ocho.
I'm gonna let you go on. I saw some comments. I saw a clip about and you and Push. I'm not sure if you and Push, got any type of beef or whatever. I just saw something about you talk about the Ace Trumpets. You didn't like the album, you didn't like the song. What he raps about is not believable.
I don't got no beef with nobody. You heard?
Right, okay. I'm just asking.
Half of it is my opinion. Half of it is me bending the algorithm. Half of it is feeding into people's simplicity because the social media is for that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And like
Yes,
I
sir.
said, I'm a rapper in this game. it comes with the territory. You got to
Right.
be very competitive. It's a very competitive sport, and you better have some thick skin. I ain't say nothing. I want to hurt nobody or do nothing to nobody. Everything
Right.
I've been talking about been strictly about the art of war when it comes to the music nowadays. Now, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it would have been a different outcome of what I was, you know what I mean? What I was
Right. Right.
projecting,
Right.
but I'm not on that. And I think a lot of that gets twisted in with the Jim Jones of today and things like that. I ain't got no problems with nobody. I ain't got no ops, no nothing.
Right.
And you know, it's parts of me that I've been working on every day. So sometimes I talk way too fast than I should. You heard, but it's part of the game. I don't care. You dig? I hate it or love it. I'm gonna turn it into a victory for me.
Yes, sir.
Check this out, Jim. It seems to me since this past summer, past last summer, when Kendrick had that diss, it seems like now people are just like, hey, we saw the success that Kendrick had, got 5 Grammys, he hosted the, halftime show at the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. We see a lot more dissing going on. Is that where we're headed now?
Shannon, where you been at? You don't remember Tupac? You seen the success that Tupac had?
Yeah, but look,
you see the success. What about Kumo? What about
Kumo
D
did
and LL
LL.
Cool J?
Yes.
This is a competitive sport. The rap is built on that. So
Right.
Kendrick and Drake having what they have was no surprise to the rap industry. I mean, people look at it as something, but this is what the art of rap is about. It's a very competitive sport, and you got to be ready to be on top of your game when it comes to that. So if you put something out, you got to be ready for the same energy to come back at you. That's what rap is about. Some people don't go down that lane. Some people go around that lane. Some people go right through it. I'm one of the people that go right through it. Win, lose, or draw. I keep the same face.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on, Jim, bro, I'm not looking for you to come at me. I put you on, remember? I used to have you on I used to tour with me. You used to open up for me, bro. You remember that, right?
Yo,
When nobody was booking you, you remember that, Jim?
You heard this song? You heard this saying when idols become your rivals. That's what the rap game is about. Did Allen Iverson hesitate to shake Michael Jordan up when he got in the NBA?
Yeah, he
No.
crossed his ass up.
Okay, because he was on another team. That might not stop the love he had for Mike, but while we on this battlefield, my team got to win, and I'm willing to kill anybody that's in front of me for my team to win. And that was Allen Iverson's attitude. You got to understand what happens when you come into this game. Your idols become your rivals. There's no passes when we on the other team. We meet you at the party. We can laugh, pop champagne, but right now, while we on this field, while we on this court, I'm coming to scrape shit
Now
up.
we can't pop no more champagne. You got people laughing at me, and guess what? They playing in the football games. They playing in the basketball game, not like us. Oh no, we can't pop no champagne after that, Jim. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna close the club down. Hey, if he coming, I ain't coming.
I mean, but I just told you that's what it is. It's competitive sport now. And you got to it got different levels to it and things like that. But that's what this was built on. You heard? So it's sad that they got to go to such lengths when it comes to artists getting at each other when it comes to the music. But what you project is what you're gonna get. So just have that same energy you put out there, because somebody coming right back at you with that same energy sooner or later.
Well, let me ask you one more question, Ocho. Yeah. So are we gonna get some new music? Because we saw you and Cam kind of going back and forth. Is the Dipset coming back? Y'all gonna link up together and give us some new music? Yes or no?
Right now, I'm worried about myself. Dipset is always Dipset. The birds still fly high. I've been having a bird on my back for the past 15 years when nobody was worried about it. You think so? That's gonna go. But right now, I got to worry about me. I got to worry about my endeavors. I got to worry about my business. I got to worry about my family. You dig? I've done a lot for diplomats where it did me nothing at the time. But right now, where I'm at in my life, what works for me and what I'm worried about is myself. I can't tell you what the future may hold or what the future may bring. I'm not taking nothing off the table. You dig? But right now, it's about Jim Jones. And yeah, I am a diplomat owner.
Bet. Go ahead, Ocho.
I like that. Listen, you took the question I was finna ask, and I think you know what? History repeats itself, Jimmy. History always repeats itself, and most of the time, when history repeats itself, it comes back even bigger and better. I think Diplomats is gonna have a reunion. I think y'all boys gonna reunite, and despite your differences, despite whatever situations y'all might have, all that can be fixed behind closed doors. That ain't nothing but a conversation that just got to be had, especially when they're making that money.
Or check, you heard? A nice check always calms things down, you heard?
Hey,
I'm not a stupid man, you heard? You dig? But I understand, man. But right now, where I'm at, until that happens, until some business get put on the table where it's advantageous for all sides, right now I got to worry about what Capo was doing. And it's been working for me that way. You know what I mean? I've been staying out of everybody's way a little bit. You know what I mean? Trying to every day I work on me. Every day I get better and things like that. You dig? I'm unapologetic. You dig? And I don't have no regrets. You know me? But I do work on myself every day. You know what I mean? I'm not a perfect man. You dig? But I'm the perfect example of what can happen if you stay down till you come up. And that's what I did plenty of times.
I got you.
Jim, when look, you one of the OGs. Hip hop is 50 years of age. You've been in this thing 2 decades.
I ain't 50. I'm 48.
I said hip hop is 50.
I thought you were shooting at me. My bad.
Nah. Hip hop is 50, but you've been in this thing for 2 decades, right?
I've been in this thing since, yes, a little bit more than that, since 1997. Cam got his first deal, so I'm like 28 years in.
Okay, so almost 3 decades.
Yeah, 100%. And I've been signed my first deals 2 decades ago.
How do you determine who you work with now? When you want to work with the young artists, how do you go about that? How do you like, man, I kind of like him. I think we can make some beautiful music together.
I mean, I hold no prejudice. I'm looking for great music, and I'm looking for great aesthetic. Music isn't everything in today's world when it comes to music. If you got a lifestyle that you can sell, these kids can buy into, then that's just as good as having a great hit song and things like that. And that's how it worked for me. So it's a combination of things that I look for to work with the artist or to do business with the artist. But as far as doing music with the artists and things like that, obviously I'm a lover of music. So if I hear a record that I hear and I think is dope and I think the artist is dope, I'm gonna reach out to him.
How do you stay motivated? We lost him. Yeah, I think we lost him.
Oh, damn! That was good. I was enjoying that, bro. Hey, I'm thinking about rapping, man. Shoot, man. What you think?
Who, Ocho? What you gonna rap about now, Ocho?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm gonna rap about things that I've experienced in life. You know, that's the best thing to rap about. That's what most rappers, they rap about the things that they've experienced. You know, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, you know, the W's, the L's. Hey, I think I could put it together.
You think so?
Oh, there we go. Oh, you back?
Oh yeah.
You look like a French painter with a little bit of Biggie from Brooklyn with that on. You heard?
Yeah. I just came from the south of France. I was down there for 6 days, so I just got back yesterday.
Oh, that's the vibe. You still spilling?
Yeah. You
spilling,
know, I'm still on my suave, suave. You know,
you still spilling that shit. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Jim, what at this juncture of the game, what keeps you motivated? What makes Jim jump out of bed, press down hard as he can, and press go? What keeps you going?
I would say the money, but I've been making money for a long time. And the opportunity to take care of my family, I've been doing that for a long time. At this point, I've been doing a lot. So my mission has been to give back more than I took, but I was able to take a lot and I'm still taking. So that's where I'm at in life right now. You know what I mean? The more I bless people, the more I get blessed. And it's just a testament of hard work and being resilient and being real with yourself. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
You smoke, right?
Yeah.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made a little boo-boo when we talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he started.
Well, you said that bullshit.
But listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out.
Mm-hmm.
Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit run. But Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like,
ain't no shame in that. There are a lot of more folks came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you. I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit. And we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like, I don't.
Man, go ahead on with that, Jim.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm being honest. You ask me, I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into the game. Remember how this goes. You ever heard of a Kofi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened between us and him. You dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard? We the ones that went wild on them boys. You heard?
Hey, Jim.
Yo, and people out here acting like I said I'm gonna bring the Koofy list back. I just told you I'm gonna change man. Steph Law. Can you dig?
Nah, look, I'm put it to you like this here, Jim. Hey, bro, you been at this thing, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah,
Y'all
but look
ain't
how you
effing with
dress.
Nas.
Look how you dress. You don't even be in the same places I be in. And the
But
things
I-
that we listen to
I
me,
can be in the church house. You can't F with Nas lyrically. I don't know who told you that. Now look, y'all know you on that good stuff, but you're not seeing Nas.
Bro,
You're
it's a
not
bunch
seeing
of 40,
Nas, bro.
You got a bunch
Let's
of
be
40
real.
and 50, you got a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said I'm better
It
than
don't
Nas.
matter.
Look at you. Look at you.
Nobody,
All in your
ain't
all in your
nobody from
film.
Dipset gonna
Shannon,
take you
that
over
shirt-
Nas.
that
Nobody
shirt
from the
too-
Diplomats
that
but
shirt-
you.
That
Hey, I
shirt
got,
too
I got, I,
tight.
hold on,
You
Jimmy,
ain't
hold
F
on.
with Nas.
That shirt too
Hold on,
tight.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
That
on.
shirt's
Jimmy,
too tight.
Hold
You want to go back
on.
to I really mean it? I really mean it started. We could go back
No,
to
but
the
I'm just
history,
saying,
bro.
for you to even
Don't do
say
that,
that.
bro. Don't do that, bro. That
Hold
shirt
on,
You
hold
too
on.
tight
said
for you to
it.
be sticking
I,
up for Nas.
I got a question. I got a
Nas
question.
stick up for itself and meet me in a booth for something if we want to do something historical.
He
Other than that, we don't
don't
gotta
Nas
talk
say he
about
don't
it.
do that no more. Nas say he don't do that.
Because he got $100 million. He's a very wealthy man. You heard? He's a very smart
Hey,
businessman. He
I
caught a
got,
couple
I
business
have,
licks. You heard?
hold on. Jimmy, hold on. I got a question, Unc. Hold on,
Go ahead.
Hold on, Jim. Hold on. Unc, I got a question. And
What?
this you do, Jimmy, and anything that you do, right, Unc? I've heard you preach it all the time, right? When you was playing football, your first thing you always say, ain't nobody here better than me.
Tell him
Mentality.
again.
You done told me
Man,
that
stop
story a
that.
million times.
Fuck he
Wait,
think
listen to
I'm
me
a
now. Listen to
fuck
me
he
now.
think
Stay
I'm a
with me.
fuck he
Hold
think
on,
I'm
hold
gonna be
on.
second to anybody in this
Hold on,
world
Jimmy.
but
Hold on, Jimmy.
God.
But Jimmy,
You heard?
let me, Jimmy, stay with me real quick. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. But I'm just saying that mentality, isn't that how you supposed to feel? Isn't that how you supposed to feel?
You know.
Hell
So let me
yeah.
ask you a question. When you was on the field, you thought you was better than T.O. and Moss?
Hell yeah. What you mean?
Man,
I
stop
ain't
it.
gonna say it out loud.
You done came on here and say, I ain't better than Moss. I'm not better than T.O. I'm not better than Rice. You said that.
I'm not playing the game no more.
But you wasn't,
I'm still
when you
playing.
was
That's
playing.
the
Hey,
difference.
Jim, while you
I'm
talking,
still
you need to
playing.
get with the
I'm
locks.
still
Jada
playing.
them done cooked y'all at the verses.
I'm still playing. I'm still playing at a
Jada,
high level. You
hey,
better check my record, you heard?
jumping up the
I'm still
Nas.
playing
You
at a
need to
high
go back
level.
and get Jada. Jada them cooked y'all.
I'm rapping at a high level. You better check my stats, bro. I
Yeah.
will
We
run
not
circles
denying
around
that.
Nas rapping right. I will run circles around Nas rapping right
Nas
now.
out the game. Nas
Right
retired.
now,
Nas done put his microphone up. Man, let me take my mic off.
I will
Give me a
run
mic.
Saturn around Nas right now rapping. Everybody knows that. You heard?
He
Let's
done
not talk about the
retired.
past.
That ain't,
Bro,
he put it down. He
bro,
sat it
I
down.
will run laps around Nas rapping right now, bro.
Jim. Oh,
I'm
you talking
telling
about
you.
right now. But I'm talking about when
Right?
y'all, in his prime and your
I'm
prime,
still
you
in it.
couldn't see him.
I'm still in it. Oh,
He done got out.
Cam was smoking his boots. I wasn't rapping when he was rapping, but Cam really got at him. You remember I really mean it? We've been getting at them boys, but this is not about that. Right now, 2025, I'm in the game still rapping at a high capacity. If Nas wants to smoke, come in the booth. I will rap
He don't want
circles
no
around him.
smoke. He enjoying that 150 million, 200 million he done
Okay
made.
then, so
Good.
then leave me alone while I'm on the field.
You was effing with him. He wasn't bothering you.
I'm on the field. I'm picking on whatever. I don't care. I'm on the field.
Well, you,
And
hey,
guess who's
you
the
know who on
most
the
talked?
field?
And
Kendrick,
and
Drake,
guess who will be the
Weezy.
most talked
They on the
about
field.
person tomorrow?
You need to call out
And
Drake.
guess who
You
would
need
be
to
the
call
most
out
talked
Weezy.
about person
You need to
tomorrow?
call out Kendrick. You need to call somebody that's still in it. He ain't in it.
Why? Kendrick
He
ain't
don't
make my
want to
age.
be.
Kendrick ain't make my age. I wasn't dating my era. That's not my era.
He retired. Have you ever heard of retirement?
Well, that's my era, so I'm calling all of them out. I don't care if you retired or not. Deal with it. If not, meet me in the booth, Jack. You heard?
Yeah.
Meet me in the booth. And I'm just
Well,
talking about for sportsmanship.
hey,
I'm
call
not mad.
Jada.
Let's get this right. I'm not mad. It's about the sportsmanship of the game. People know
Right.
I'm a very aggressive person, and I seem to get misconstrued when I'm talking my shit. I'm just talking my shit. You heard? Let me talk my shit because I am on the field. If anybody got a problem with that, they can meet me on the field. That is the booth. Anybody from that era. Anybody.
Hey, well, you know what?
Anybody from that era. Anybody.
Well, you and Jada in the same era.
Anybody from that era. Don't try
You
to
ain't
go
seeing
Jada.
Jada. Stop
I
that.
said
Stop that.
anybody from that era.
Stop that.
I'm not scared of nobody.
Man, hey, see, you speeding right now.
Anybody from that era,
Hey,
I'm
put
not
the
scared
brake
of
assist on.
nobody.
Hey,
He's
I got
I'm in
to
the
put the brake
booth
assist on. You
daily.
speeding,
I'm
so I
in
got
the
to slow you
field.
down.
I'm
Hold
in
on,
the
listen.
field daily, in the
Hold on,
booth
Jimmy.
daily. Anybody want to work out, tell them come to the field.
We got this is the perfect opportunity. You're not even paying attention. Your
What?
antennas ain't up right now. Listen, he said anybody from his area, anybody in the field, right? Shit, we can have our own verses on our own nightcap verses.
Nah,
I got Nas and Jada.
It's deeper than the verses. It's about who
Okay.
making music. Meet me in the booth. Put the record up. Give us a time to do the record by. Give us a subject, and let's see who gonna smoke who on the booth.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
it.
Man, come on.
It's about the sportsmanship. It's about the craftsmanship. Fuck the numbers. Fuck the records. You heard? Because we both got records that can smash. We both got... Nigga, meet me in the booth. Fuck all that old school shit. Won't play no records from 20 years ago. I am not nostalgic, nigga. It's 2025. Yo want smoke? Meet me in the booth. Set it up, and we can do it for money. Labels will pay for it. How y'all want to do it? We can make a spectacle out here. You heard?
I got it. Let's
I'm
go.
a sportsman. You heard?
Yeah.
I got Nas.
What
I got
y'all
Godson.
in the booth?
Well, get him in
Y'all
the
Nas
booth.
come in the booth.
I got Jada.
Listen to me.
I
If
roll
you get,
with
Tell
Kid.
Jada come meet us in the booth.
if you get anybody in the booth, I will pull up by myself on
Yeah,
mommy.
why would you want to pull over the team? They can't help you. When you get on that mic, they can't help you.
On
When
mommy,
Jada and Nas
nigga.
start spitting, who you gonna get to help you?
Hey, Unc, you're not seeing the vision, Unc. I'm seeing
I
the
see the
vision,
vision.
Unc. You're not
That
seeing the
nigga
vision.
Shannon shirt
There's an
too
opportunity.
tight. You gotta start buying baggy your clothes, big fella.
Nah,
You
hey.
too big, man.
You talk about you in the gym. Now you want to get me? You want me to see me in the gym?
Oh, we could do
Since
that.
you like to talk that ish, now come see me in the gym.
We talking about
Come
working
see
out. Or
me
we
in
talking
the
about, what we
gym.
talking about? Working out or strength?
Hold.
Working
What
out.
we talking about? Working out or strength?
Work however you want to do it.
We talking about
Since you got money,
if we talking about
put your
working out,
money
I
where your
burn
mouth
you.
feels.
Since you talking about working
Run
out, I
them
burn
stacks.
you. You talking about working out, I burn you. You talking
Hey.
about working out or strength? Because you probably can lift a lot more than me.
Whatever.
You're bigger than me. You're probably stronger than me.
Whatever.
But if you talk about working out, I burn you.
This ain't what you do. This ain't what you want. You
I
was
will
doing
burn
good
you.
when
You
you
better
talking
go-
about Nas
you
and
better go to my
Jada.
IG.
You don't want to see
You better
this.
check the stat.
You
better
don't
check my
damn the
stats.
stat.
You better go to my IG. Set it up.
Man, please.
Ocho, set it up.
I'll be the, hey, I live for
Ocho,
dump
set
truck
it up.
load
How you want to
guys
start?
like you.
What you want to start
You
on?
small. You ain't in my league,
What you
bro.
want to start on? How you want to do this?
You ain't in my league.
What you want to start on?
You ain't
You
in my
wanna do a
league. You too
combine?
small. You too
want to do a
small.
combine?
Hey,
Let's go.
Jim.
You want to put a trainer in between?
This
Don't
you.
back out. Do not
This
back out now.
you.
Do not
This
back out now. I
you.
come to Atlanta tomorrow and give you work.
This you.
Bro.
You too small.
Bro.
You not.
You
Nah,
talking.
don't do that.
You talking a lot. What you want to do?
Stick to
How
what
you want
you
to do it?
Hey, stick to what you do. You
don't
good
wanna
on the
get
mic.
embarrassed.
I
That's
won't
what
take
it
that
is.
away from you. But stay out
Do
the
you
gym
want to
effing
do
with
it or
Shane.
not?
He
You
said,
got some money. Do you want to do it or not?
I want to compete too. Unc, what we doing? Because
Go
neither
ahead.
one of y'all.
Hey, start with Ocho. You can't. You
Oh,
don't get to come.
stop,
You don't
bro.
get to come
Let
into
me
the
tell you a
Emperor's
story.
room.
Let me tell you one story. Let me tell you one story. I'm gonna tell you one story. How I met Antonio Brown. My son said, "Yo, you know Antonio Brown live up the block because I live on the beach and shit like that." I'm like, "Who is that?" He showed me to him. I DM'd him. He like, "Oh yeah, your son play football. Come get this workout." So I get on the beach. Cam Newton and like a few other NFL players. I ain't gonna say nobody's name. He made two of them go home because I finished the workout before they finished the workout, bro. Do not play with me. I'm a beast, nigga. I will go crazy on you, Shannon.
Yeah.
Shannon, I will go crazy on you. What do you want to do?
Let's
You want to
go.
work? You want to work out or you want to do strong shit? You heard?
Yeah.
Because obviously you can lift longer than me, but you can't work out with me, bro. I'm a beast, nigga. I'm a beast.
Yeah.
Man,
You
you know
can't
what,
do
Jim?
one muscle up, nothing. You can't do nothing with me, bro.
Dude, you
At
weigh
all.
150 pounds. You should do muscle ups.
I weigh 195.
Hey,
I weigh 195.
Hey, Jim.
You
Unc,
You
ain't
a
gonna start-
better
lightweight.
go to my Instagram. Go to my Instagram right now. I work out every day. I post it.
I don't post it.
Don't play with
I
me.
work out in secret.
I post it every day, nigga. What's up? What
I
day
don't
you want me
post.
to come to
I don't
Atlanta?
post nothing.
What day you want me to come to Atlanta?
I ain't even in Atlanta. I'm gonna come see you.
Oh, come to New York. We got gyms. When you want to do it?
Man, the little
You want to
small
do live
rat.
on the show? You want to do it live on the show? 30-minute
Nope.
workout?
I don't do anything for show. Just me and you. And I just want you to know that I
You see
kicked
what
your
I'm
ass
saying?
doing what you do.
You see what I'm saying, Ocho?
Hey.
See, you about show.
I went in two.
I'm about
I went
dope.
in two. I want in
Well,
too.
The show gets the dough. You never heard that?
Yeah.
No dough, no show. What's up? You scared? We
You
can
ain't
do it for
about this.
pay-per-view.
Jim, you ain't
We can
about
do it
this.
for pay-per-view. I know you got a lot on the line because you're a professional football player or
I
ex-professional
ain't.
football player.
I retired.
You don't.
I
You don't
retired.
want to get
When you
scraped up
when
by
you
a
signed
rap.
your
You don't
first
want to get scraped
contract,
up
I
by
was
a rapper.
retired.
Bro,
Hey,
so
When you
how would an
signed your first
ex-football player
contract, I
look
was
like getting
retired.
scraped up by an older rapper?
Hey, when we gonna compete? Cause
Ain't no
I
rapper
want
beat me
in.
in nothing but
I
on the
want in.
microphone. When it
What
comes
you
to the
wanna
gym, that ain't happening.
What you want to? What you want to do? What you want to do?
Look here. You had the rap game. That's you. That's your era. That's your era. That's where your era of expertise. Yeah, man, I ain't finna waste my time dealing with you, man, because you ain't on this level.
You want to run sprints? You want to run routes? What you want to do? Or you
I
just
don't
want to
wanna
stay in the
run
gym?
Yeah.
Or you just want to stay in the
Yeah.
gym? And I got a
I'm
bad hamstring and I still give you work. Or you want to stay in the gym?
I'm
What you
staying
want
in
to
the
do?
gym. I don't want to do nothing but that iron. I don't move nothing but iron.
Yeah. We can
That's
move
what I
iron,
thought.
bro. We can move iron,
Yeah.
bro. I
So,
will wear
like
your
you
ass
say,
out with the
what I
iron,
did,
bro.
hey,
Bro.
hey, check my resume. It's extensive.
In 30 minutes, you won't last 30 minutes with me. You want me to follow you or you want to follow me? How you want to do it?
You can't follow me.
I'm gonna record.
Because you can't do
I'ma
nothing.
record.
You can't bench, you can't squat, you can't do nothing. You want to do body weight movements. I don't do body weight
Bro,
movement. I move iron.
you better go check my gram. I do circular squats, I do regular squats, we do deadlifts, we do everything. Are you out your mind?
Man, that
Yeah.
little weight, you 195 pounds. Man, what I look like going up against a 195-pound man in the gym? That's wasting my time. Next,
Yeah,
Ocho, take that. Ocho,
sound like
take
you
that.
skipping.
Take care of that,
Sound like you
Ocho.
skipping out. Sound
I'm
like
a
you skipping
heavyweight.
out.
I'm
Sound like
on
you
a,
skipping
listen,
out.
hold
But
on.
where I'm
Hey,
from, a challenge is a challenge, nigga.
yeah, it regardless of size, right?
You heard? We fight all bullies where I'm from. That's how I get up,
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
heard? I ain't
hey,
scared of no
Jim.
man on nothing, nigga. You
What
heard? You
hey,
gotta
I'm
break
the
me to
U.S.
make me,
Hey,
nigga.
I'm the U.S. What I look like taking over Greenland? They ain't even got no damn military. Jim
You
Jones,
got a lot
this
of
ain't what
you
you like. This ain't
talking
what you're looking
slick,
for.
bro. Bring your mouth and your
Hey.
body to Harlem.
Let's go to the gym. Let's go to the gym.
Jim ain't about that, man.
See,
That little 195-pound man, he want to do
you
some
thought I was
muscle
one
up.
of these.
What the
You
hell
thought I
this
was one of
is?
these You thought I was one of these out of shape rappers. No, I'm in super shape.
No.
I'm not in regular shape.
Yeah.
I'm in super shape.
Hey, apple is a shape. Pear, egg.
I'm not in
Those are
regular
shapes.
shape. I'm in super shape. And you can
Hey,
ask everybody.
Leave me. Hey, we was having a great conversation.
The whole
It was
industry
great.
knows.
You
The
see,
whole
sometimes
industry.
you see what you did.
Why you think I was on the cover of Men's Health? For my looks? Because I
Yeah.
get busy.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
when we going in the gym? Because I want this work.
I'm busy.
I want this work. You
Yeah,
ain't
now you busy. You bring it up. Now you busy, rich man.
You
Now
brought it
busy.
up. You owe your capade. First of all, you want Nas, you want Jada, you want everybody, and then you try to come in. I ain't bothering nobody.
You said that. You said that. You start bringing other
You
people and
said
say,
that bull job
don't
the
try
other
no
day.
slick. Don't try no slick shit. I said I don't care who it is. I will go up against
Jim
anybody.
Jones
That's what I
claims he's
said.
a better rapper than Nas. Jim Jones defends himself against Nas comparison. Jim Jones rejects Nas comparison. Check my record. Jim Jones argued he's bigger than Nas. You said that.
You sound like you a little hot. You over there hot?
Man.
You in your feelings?
Cause me and everybody else
Your
knows you
glasses
can't
is
F with
crooked.
Nas.
Fix your glasses a little bit. Your glasses is a little crooked.
My glasses are fine. You can
What
talk
kind of
about
glasses
I
is
take
them?
them off.
You can see?
And I still can see you can't F with Nas. I put them back on. You still can't F with Nas.
Come on, sing
Or
16
Or
bars in
Jada.
Nas. Sing 16 bars in Nas right now. Sing your favorite Nas record right now.
The man busy.
Sing it. Sing it. Sing your favorite Nas record.
First of all,
Up.
once you get to a certain listen,
Sing your favorite Nas record.
Jim.
I bet you know your favorite Jay-Z record.
Hey,
I bet you can say your favorite. What?
Jim,
Sing your
fly
favorite
high.
Nas record.
Okay, you done flew high. You came back down now.
Sing
You
your
ain't above
favorite
Nas.
Nas. Sing your favorite Nas record, bro. Since you going crazy for him. I can sing more Nas. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. I can sing more. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. So you are capping. You are capping. That's what you're doing.
First of all, bro,
you are
I'm about to be
capping.
50.
I'm a bigger Nas fan than you are. You are capping.
First of all,
and I still can tell you
I'm
he can't rap
57.
better than me
I
right
don't be
now.
singing no rap. I don't be singing no rap.
You see what I'm saying, Ocho? He don't even know
Hey.
about rap. He just doing this for the views to get Jim Jones on there to get him hot. I understand, but you don't
Get
know
him
no
hot?
Nas lyrics. You don't
You
know
better
Nas
you better
lyrics.
check the
You don't
podcast
know
space.
no
Hey.
Nas lyrics.
Now you better talk.
Sing
Check.
16.
Hey,
Sing
this the
a
biggest
Nas
podcast
record.
you ever been
Name
on.
one Nas record.
Hey,
This
we-
the
Sing
biggest
one Nas
podcast you
sang.
ever been on.
Hold on.
you
No
know-
other
do you know
podcast
a
you been
Nas
on
Hey.
bigger than this one.
Hold on,
I'm not a
we off
pod- I'm
topic.
not a
Hold on, hold.
podcaster.
No,
Jimmy,
no,
hold on,
This is
hold
what
on.
I.
hold on,
This is what
hold
I
on,
do.
Ocho.
You see
Name
you
a
in your
podcast you been
feelings.
on
You see
bigger
in
than
your
this one.
feelings. You see
When
in
you
your
get
feelings.
big, you get
This is
invited to
what I.
Club
This
Shay
is
Shay.
this is what I
Hey.
do.
Nas get invited to
You a
Club
po-
Shay Shay.
You a podcast. I
Jada
don't
can
give a
get
fuck
invited to
about
Club
no
Shay
Club
Shay.
Shay
You
Shay.
Hey,
not on
yo.
that level yet, bro.
Bro,
Slow
we
it
all-
down.
Club Shay is
Temper.
for little young
Hello?
white girls. Chill out.
We
Chill
off
out. Don't play
topic.
with me, bro. Chill
We
out.
off topic.
You dealing with the wrong one, bro.
Right here, bro.
I
You heard
don't
me?
care nothing about nothing that shit you got to say, bro. You might as well take me off
Hello?
this shit, bro.
Hey, we here. You can't out
Leave
talk
me
me.
alone, bro.
You might can out rap me, but you
Don't
can't out
nobody-
talk me.
Don't nobody want to go to Club Shay Shay. Nobody want to buy no VIP tickets to that shit. Nobody rushing to go to that shit.
Biggest
You ain't got
podcast
nothing
you ever
lit
been
in
on.
Club Shay Shay.
Hey.
You
If
do
you
got a good
fortunate, you get
podcast.
an invite.
You do got
Ain't
a good
nobody
podcast.
listening to me?
The podcast is tremendous. You and Ocho do your thing, but don't get it twisted, bro. I don't care
Hey.
nothing about no fucking
We supposed
podcast, bro.
we supposed to be talking about music and love and embracing one another and culture and
Nah,
having
we ain't gonna
fun.
let it come out here and disrespect Nas and Jada. That ain't gonna happen on here. Now, where were we?
Why
Let
you
me get
keep
in.
putting Jada into this? Why you keep putting Jada into this? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you, bro? You type of nigga to get caught like, nah, come out. They call us all. Like, why you keep trying to put Jada into this, bro?
What?
Nah, I get it, bro. It's all good. It's all love, bro.
All right, how about this here? Tell us
It's all
about this
love.
movie you got coming out.
The next movie? What you said?
Yeah, you got a movie coming out,
Yeah,
right?
coming at the church steps, a lovely movie. I got a bunch of comedians in there, a bunch of influences that we all know. I'm excited to put that movie out. Comes out later on this summer. It's added on to my album. Got a bunch of dope actors in there too, so I'm looking forward to that.
So are you more proud? Are you most proud of the movie you have coming out, or the new music you got coming out, or they're equal?
I'm more proud of the business that I've been doing lately.
Okay.
See, you must think my life revolves around music, when my life is music is just probably the smallest fraction of my life, even though it fuels a lot of the things that comes to my life because of music. But I'm a great businessman all around the board, you know what I mean? So you got to learn a lot more about me. And I'm a philanthropist. I'm one of the few people that do give back, shirts off my backs and things like that. All the rhetoric about the rap and back and forth is cool and shit like that. But deep down inside, I'm a way iller man than what we over here going off about and things like that. Like my biggest attribute is my giving back. You heard it? I'm gonna always do that, no matter what. I don't want people to get it misconstrued. I love to give back. And that's what my whole mission is about. And the more I go viral, the more I'm on your Explorer page, the more opportunities come to me, the more I could give back. All this comes down to $1 is what people don't understand. This algorithm is a game that I had to learn and understand because I was previously, I probably would crash down so many things that I see on the internet or so many ways that people are talking about me. I had to learn how to reverse that and use these things as fuel for me to keep going and things like that. And that's just what I've been doing. I got to a point where I got good at it, so I know how to use it in my favor. And it's a beautiful thing. It could go against you, it could go for you. But one thing, if you're a smart person, it's gonna work. It's gonna work in your favor. You know what I mean? So I use all my opportunities to turn it into $1. And anytime that I'm seen, heard, they're gonna go want to know about me. Extra stream is an extra $1. I don't care about what nobody said. I need mine in all facets. You know what I mean?
That's what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask, when was it always a part of your, like, if you ever made it that you were going to give back? Because like you said, you do give back to the younger generation. You do give back to your community. When did that thought process, how did that come about? Jim Jones, like, you know what? If I get to a certain level and I'm able to help and I'm able to give back, that's what I'm going to do.
We from an older era, a God-fearing era. So, I watched my family open their house to strangers sometimes and things like that. They was always a given. And not to mention when I was coming outside and watching the hustlers doing for the community, the ones that were successful, the ones that always gave back, bus rides, sneakers, haircuts, all of that. So I just chose to carry on tradition. And me being in a position of success in my life only helped me to do a little bit more than what I've seen coming up.
That's what's up. That's good, bro. Hey, I'm going to pull up in Harlem.
Come on. I'm waiting for you, man. I love you.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for
Don't pull up.
you. I love you,
Hey,
big fella.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Unc, if you pull up in Harlem, we got to go to Ricardo's.
No, we got to go to Ricardo's.
Got to
Hey
go to
Shannon,
Ricardo's.
hey Shannon, you
What?
know why I love you? I love
What?
people. I love people that I could go back and forth with, and people don't take no offense to it. You heard? Because
That's what's up.
a lot of people look at this and might take offense to it, but we
They
black
are.
men,
They are. But we don't
black
care.
men, we
We had a
strong
great
black men,
time.
and we know who we are. You dig? Like
Yeah, for
100%.
sure.
Like you dig? We can never let no electronics get in between the
Nah.
realism. We know it's at stake here, and we know what we're
Nah.
doing. You dig? And I appreciate
Yeah.
you for that, because a lot of people would have took everything to offense and like,
They
you dig?
would've.
Like, you heard? But we are who
Yeah.
we are, man. And I appreciate this opportunity, man. You do have a great show. I cannot take that from you. You want to
I
pull up in
appreciate you
Harlem? Come
coming
on, let's
on.
get this workout in. Come on, Oche, could bring him to Harlem. Let's work out.
Hey,
Let's go.
I'm
Let's go work
gonna
out,
bring him.
and
I'm
then
gonna
go to
bring him.
Ricardo's.
Hey, he not
You
he
heard?
not as strong as he say though. He not as strong as
Oh,
he say.
there you go.
He just be talking, you know. Yeah, yeah.
You
Oh
see?
man, this was a
Nah,
nice
but
one.
hey, Jim, real talk though, man. I appreciate you coming on, Ocho, and
Yeah.
we really appreciate it. We appreciate the
Definitely.
time, and
Definitely.
I'll never,
Thank you, man.
hey, we have a great time going back and forth, talking about Nas and Jada and you, but bruh, you stand the test of time. You do what you do. You great at what you do, and I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule tonight to come on with Ocho and I and talk about all things. So I had a great time. I don't know about
Nah,
Ocho,
thank
but
you.
I had a
Yeah.
great time.
Hey, listen.
I had a great
Hey,
time.
listen. This was iconic tonight. This was iconic. Anytime you got this is the funny thing about it is people not gonna understand what y'all
It's gonna
do.
be trendy, Jim. You know we gonna be a
Jimmy,
story in the morning.
people not gonna understand that. This is what we do. This is
Nah, this is what we do. This the
Hey,
culture. This how we act. This
Yeah,
how we act when we
always.
get together. Like people gotta
this is
understand
it.
it. Like it. Yeah.
Hey,
I love y'all though, man. I appreciate you.
this wasn't nothing but a spades game without the cars. That's all.
Hey,
100%. Our whole attitude is spades all day.
That's all
all
it
the
is.
time.
All
All the
day,
time.
bro.
Hey,
I love y'all,
because the
man.
thing was, if I was in Harlem, he's like, okay, let's go find the gym right now. We'll find out what we buy.
100%. 100%. 100%.
We
man.
stand on that. Hey, but Jim, hey man, best of luck on the album. Best of luck on the movie, man. Hey, when you get some free time, stop back by.
I will.
I appreciate that,
Have a
bro.
good
All
one.
love.
You remember how
Thank you, man. All right.
Ah.
Hey,
Hey,
that was,
Ocho.
hey, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Hey,
That was
hey,
classic.
Ocho. Now you
That was
know,
classic.
hey, everybody gonna say, man, Jim Jones and Shannon Sharpe was going. Man, hey,
No, they don't understand it. And anybody that say that they don't play spades. They don't play
No.
spades.
But
They don't
hey,
play
Ocho,
spades.
Ocho, it's been a while since I've been able to get that out. I've been sitting on this for 2 months now.
Oh yeah.
I was just waiting. I was just waiting on the right time, Ocho. Just waiting on the right time. Ocho, we got breaking news. Dana
Hey, how
White
you feel?
announces Jon Jones has retired from the USC on a phone call last night. Ocho, let's take a listen to what Dana had to say.
Jon Jones called us last night and retired. Jon Jones is officially retired. Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champion of the UFC.
Really that simple. He said Jon Jones called him last night and said he was officially retired. He says, okay, Jon Jones is officially retired. Tom Aspinall is now the new heavyweight champion of the UFC.
Damn.
I think John's 37, 38? He was the youngest UFC heavyweight champion at 21.
Mm-hmm.
He's 37. In my book, he's the greatest UFC fighter in history. I know GSP, George St. Pierre, was phenomenal.
Yes.
Anderson Silva was phenomenal. Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But when the totality of it and the guys in which he beat,
Hey, Unc, I don't think anybody will argue that. I don't think anybody that is a fan of combat sports or just a casual fan in general will argue that Jon Jones is the greatest UFC fighter of all time. There's no way you can argue about it. He had a great career, a great career. I'm sad to see him go. There's somebody that was talking trash. I can't think of their name. And the video from a year ago just came about.
That was Aspinall.
That said, I'm gonna get Jon Jones retired without him fighting.
That was Aspinall. He said that on Hawani.
You know what was funny is I think at some point, I think knowing Jon Jones, knowing the competitor that he is, I think he's gonna come back for one more fight. I think he's gonna come back for one more fight just to put that young individual that thinks he really wants that smoke
Yeah.
to give him exactly what he wants. I can feel it. I can feel it because every time a fighter says he's retiring, what's the one thing they come back and do?
Fight.
With the money gonna be right. I guarantee you. Watch, book it.
Yeah. I mean, Bones, man, he has no weakness. He could wrestle. He could strike. He could submit you. He was good on his feet. He was good. He's good on the ground. I mean, he's phenomenal. The matches that he had with Cormier, Gustafsson, Lito Machida. I mean, hey, like I said, look, I don't follow it as much as I used to.
Right.
But I understand UFC. I know George St. Pierre, and I know Mighty Mouse Demetrius Johnson, and I know Anderson Silva. They had great runs. Nothing like this.
No,
Nothing like this.
not at all. And listen, his longevity. His longevity is that of LeBron James. I'm not comparing
Yes.
21 years.
Yes.
I'm just saying for combat sports in an octagon,
Right.
that type of longevity and being successful at it and being
In the fight game,
consistent.
they don't have no long runs like this, Ocho.
No,
In the
listen,
fight game, where
he had
anything can happen.
He had a 20-win fight streak now. A 20-win fight streak. You know how difficult that is in combat sports? MMA, for that matter.
I mean, think about it. How he ran through
on.
Cyril Gahn in the heavyweight division. Made mincemeat of Stipe. Now, I know Stipe was a little older. Him and Daniel Cormier had tremendous fights.
Yeah.
But, hey, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, shoot, man, this might be, you know who finna get that work, huh?
Nah, you don't want that kind of work, Ocho.
I ain't there. I'm not, listen, I'm talking about Jon Jones. I'm
Yeah,
talking about,
that cage different than that square.
yeah, I feel you. I'm talking about, but what I ain't heard from James Harrison in a minute. He doing all right? You talk to him?
Yeah, he doing fine.
Okay, I'm just making sure he good, man. I hope he working. I've been working.
Jim said, was saying something very interesting about and about with Nas.
Yeah.
Say Nas, he got that $100 million. Yeah, I mean, look at Hove. You don't see Hove in the booth all the time. It's got to mean something to him. When you get that kind of money, I would like to think you're trying to like get to a certain level.
Right.
And now it's got to really move. I mean, Hove ain't just getting in could he do? He got to start with music,
Right.
but Hove for so many other things other than music.
Business. He's a businessman. He's a
businessman.
Yes.
So
yes.
Nas, the investments, you read about the investments that Nas has made, and like the desire to get in there and probably get into the studio, it probably doesn't excite him like it once did. And that's okay.
Right.
It's okay.
Hey, and the funny thing about it, if Jay-Z is one of those individuals, despite today's hip hop and the sound of it, I think he could still come out and be successful. I think the one thing that's important, because he's so good lyrically and he's a lyricist, the one thing that has to be very, very important, just hypothetically speaking, if Jay-Z was to make an album now, is the beat. The beats.
Yeah.
The beats have to be captivated for today's sound.
Me personally, I think now he doesn't really have the desire to do a full album. He would prefer to jump on somebody else's, like when DJ Khaled got him, Wayne, and Ross.
Yeah,
I think he's more apt to do something like that, Ocho, as opposed to his own project.
Right.
Maybe if Weezy say, "Hey, bro, I need you on this track," something like that. But for him to take the time to get into the studio all on his own.
Right.
I don't see that in him. And like it's like Conor McGregor. Once he had that fight, think about it. Once he had that fight with Floyd Mayweather and he got $100 million, all of a sudden, getting up and getting kicked in the face and getting elbowed in the head didn't seem appealing. And he ain't really fought much, and he didn't win a whole lot since.
And the funny thing about it is his businesses outside of the octagon.
Yes.
Well, he doesn't even need to come back and fight. He still trains his ass off as if he's ready to fight. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but hey, he's one of the greatest fighters of all time in being able to transition and going from the octagon to business into millions.
That's why I take my hat off to Floyd Mayweather, because even though he was making 20 and 30 million a fight, he still trained like he was broke. And that's why I say that about Floyd, and I say that, but I say that about any athlete. You look at LeBron, you look at Brady, you look at Manning, you look at these guys, Jordan, Kobe, guys that's making millions. I mean, you see the work now, and you see the way they still go about it, and they play and they train as if they were flat ass broke.
Yeah.
Be it Ronaldo or Messi or Mbappe or Harlem. I mean, we talk about LeBron. I mean, but you look at Mahomes, look at Lamar Jackson, look at these guys that's making millions, and they still, you're like, bro, they train and they play as if they're broke, like they're trying to get in. And this is the UFC. That's a very unforgiving sport because you don't see guys, hold on to belts for years and years and years because Dana White won't let you duck anybody. You don't cherry pick. They tell you who the hell you gonna fight. So it's not like in that division, like, nah, I'm gonna fight the number 10 contender. I'm gonna fight the number 8. Nah, Dana said you're gonna fight the number 1 contender. You're gonna fight the number 2 contender.
Right.
That's why people, I think, really love the UFC, is because ain't no ducking and dodging.
Nope.
It ain't no selection. You ain't picking no. Oh, I can beat him. Yeah, and Dana and that his board, they know. Nah, bro, you gonna get in here. And I give John credit. I mean, people gonna say, well, he retired because he didn't fight Aspinall. But I know for about almost 2 decades, he fought everybody they put in front of him. Everybody they put in front of him, from Gustafson to Cormier to Sugar, all of them. It didn't matter.
Hey, one thing about it is I've always heard the gripes. I've always heard the rumblings about the pay in UFC not being that great, not being what it should be for what these guys are doing and putting their bodies and lives on the line every time they step in the octagon. But I'm telling you, mark my words, Jon Jones will come back and fight again against, what's his name again?
John Bones Jones?
Yo, I know that, but what's the guy that said he was going to retire?
Aspinall, Tom Aspinall.
Brother Aspinall is going to get that fight he's looking for, and Dana White's going to make it a payday. He's going to make it a payday for Jon Jones to come out of retirement so that fight can happen. It's going to be a mega fight.
You think so?
Absolutely. Absolutely. One last hoorah. One last hoorah.
Yeah, I mean, who would we say? I mean, the guy's done everything. I mean, what more? I mean, he's a 2-division champ, light, heavy, and heavyweight. He dominated that division. I mean, people can say, well, Reyes beat him or this guy or that guy. Look, all I know is that he lost the fight, but he was disqualified because I think he elbowed somebody when they was down, or he did something.
Right.
But as far as like they beat him on the scorecards or something like that without the DQ, that's never happened.
Right.
He's special, like I said, the most complete fighter because he has no weakness. He can do it all. He could wrestle you. He could strike you on his feet. He could submit you. He was great on the ground. He was an all-around fighter, had great defense. And when he needed to dig deep, he could dig deep. He could absolutely dig deep. And there's a reason why Dana, when they say, well, who's the greatest fighter in UFC, there's no hesitation.
Yeah.
Jon Jones.
At all.
Most complete fighter, Jon Jones. And GSP, special. Usman had a great run. GSP, like I said, Anderson Silva. There have been some guys that had 10, 13 match win streaks.
Right.
Not like Jon.
No.
Jon, he's phenomenal.
That 20 fight win streak it's gonna stand for a while. It's gonna stand for a while.
Yeah. Special fighter, but breaking news, Dana White announces that Jon Jones phoned him last night and said he was officially retiring from the UFC. And in that motion, Dana White did the only thing that he could do, declare Tom Aspinall the UFC heavyweight champion. So, and like I said, Jon had probably only fought, 2 times in the last 3 years? I mean, he beat Cyril Gane and he beat Stipe. But those fights was probably a year, 380, 400 days apart. Yeah. So he hadn't fought a whole lot in the last 3 to 4 years. But that just goes to show you just how great he is. Think about that, Ocho. The amount of time that he took off, and he ran through Cyril Gahn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. He did.
And then he did a spinning back kick to the liver of Stipe and got him out of there.
Yeah.
And many believe Stipe is the greatest heavyweight champion ever, and he made mincemeat of it. A legend. Well, we can honestly say he went out on top.
Hey, he did. He did. And he gonna do what every other fighter is done. I'm telling you, I'm retiring. A little bit down the line, I'm coming back.
All right. Does Mike McCarthy deserve way more respect? We look at Mike McCarthy and Mike Tomlin. We're going to put the graph up there, Ocho. Both have coached 18 seasons. Both have 12 playoff appearances. 8 division titles for McCarthy, 7 for Tomlin. 11-11 playoff record for McCarthy, 8-11 playoff record for Tomlin.
Ooh. It's funny. It's funny when you put that graphic up there. Put that graphic up there like that. Most of McCarthy's success was where? Over there in Green Bay, huh?
Pack.
Yeah, over there with the Packers.
But he did probably win what? He won like two titles, 2 division titles in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm. But obviously it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough what he was able to do in Green Bay. It didn't transition over in Dallas the way it should have. You know,
I mean bro,
you didn't have number 12 either. So
no, he coached Brett Favre too. So he coached guys that won, you know, well, at the time that he coached them, they won 5 MVPs.
Right.
Well, he didn't win all the he coached Brett Favre, but Brett won those MVPs under Holmgren.
Mm-hmm.
But he had them. He did coach Brett Favre. He did coach Aaron Rodgers, 2 MVPs, won a Super Bowl with him. He just I just think he underachieved. I mean, because he had some really good teams at Dallas, and for whatever reason, they couldn't get past the divisional round of the playoffs. They flamed out his first year there. They had the number 1 seed, and Green Bay came in and beat them. As a matter of fact, Green Bay beat them 3 times.
Yeah. Damn, that defense let him down every time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Titans cornerback Jarvis Brownlee takes shot at coach quarterback Anthony Richardson. Responding to a video of Richardson rapping, Brownlee tweeted, "Indy on the clock for this BS." AFC got, I guess he rapped while he was at the University of Florida. He had a name and everything. I don't know anything about it. Like I said.
I don't. Hey, I didn't know anything about that either. I mean,
he just released a rap video, Ocho.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, listen. When you have other hobbies that you like to do,
you better be good at the thing they pay you for.
Why was I just getting ready to say that? Well, hey, you took the words right out my mouth. You took the words right out my mouth. Now they got brother Daniel Jones over there, right? You hear me? They got brother Daniel Jones over there, who they just paid $14 million for 1 year. Most of the time now, you got a player that is making way more than you, and you supposed to be the starter, which lets me know you need to be on your P's and Q's. All your I's need to be dotted, and all your T's need to be crossed. This is the make or break a year for Anthony.
Absolutely.
This is the make or break a year.
Anthony Richardson goes by the name GVO, which stands for Gainesville Own. He released a song called Villain.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with the villain. You know, the villain make history.
Like I said, you can have a lot of hobbies, but the thing that you get paid for, you better be good at that.
Hey, you at all times, and that go for everybody in the chat. Whatever you decide to do outside of your job, you got to keep the main thing the main thing.
The main thing.
Keep the main thing the main thing at all times.
Because, sometimes, like, guys, you got to realize, bro, you a football player. You keep on thinking you a celebrity. You're not. You're not in no movies. You're not in no TV shows. You ain't got none of that. You are a football player.
Hey, one thing they will do, one thing they do, and one of the problems that I do have with this era in players having social media, they more focus on their brands. They focus on their brands first before it come time to play football. The brand gonna take care of itself. You handle your business in between them white lines and that green grass. The brand will take care of itself. You want to maximize your potential off the field? Cut a fool on it and watch what happens.
That's how it works. But I just want a young man. I think he has some talent. He has a great arm, but he needs to take it a little bit more seriously. He need to work on his craft. But it was hard to, you look at his, 6'4" and a half, 6'5", 240, could run like he could run, had the arm talent, but it's more to this being a physical specimen, Ocho. Quarterback is a lot more than that. He could be the least athletic guy, and they mostly time are. Now, obviously, they're the situation where you get a Lamar.
Right.
But for the most part, here and here. What you got?
And the funny thing about it is, you heard what you just said. It was very interesting what you just said. The most non-athletic guy, most of the time, they have to work extra hard in other areas to make up for what they lack in athleticism, in speed. They got to beat you here.
Yep.
And with the arm as opposed to everything else.
Guys that have the most, think about guys that have the most passing yards. Brady, he ain't got no big arm. Drew Brees, he ain't got no big arm. Peyton Manning, he ain't got no big arm.
It can't run worth a damn.
Nope. LeBron debuts his limited edition Richard Mille. Ocho, you getting one of the LeBrons, Richard Mille?
Let me see what that thing look like. Let me see what that thing look like. Nah, that's too big. That's too big. I like the RM 7101, 7201.
It looked like it got his if I'm not mistaken, look, I guess got his king logo, his crown.
Yeah, okay.
It's a nice piece.
Yeah.
I think he said it. I think I saw he said it was one of 150. Because I know they did some thing. They got a collab with Travis Scott, the Cactus Jack one,
right,
with the strap. I think they did. Bubba Watson did one. I think Rafael Nadal.
Right.
Those are some of the guys that I think off the top of my head. I think they did I think another Formula One driver might have did a collab with him. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a nice piece.
Yeah, it is. It is. Not really a fan of the loud yellow, but I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I stick to my RM 6701. I like the thin, very, very thin. Look like you ain't really wearing nothing.
Ocho, you said I met DeAndre Jordan today. I'm not as tall as I thought I was, and that was quite upsetting. Ocho.
Yeah.
Damn. Man, you on your tiptoes and you still barely to the man chin.
I ain't on my tiptoes.
Yeah, you are. I can see him. You know we can see down at the bottom, right?
I'm on.
Yeah, you on your tiptoes.
No, I'm not on my. That's the way the floor. That's the way the floor is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's the way the floor is. It just looked like that.
Why his feet ain't like that?
He got on socks, don't he?
He got on flats. You on your tiptoes and you still.
I mean, I'm right there. I'm about 6'5". How tall you think he is?
Like 6'10".
God, yeah, them boys tall.
They
man.
tall. Hey, they be tall for real.
Them boys tall, man. Golly.
They be tall for real, man. So you got a pic with Melo?
Yeah. I saw Melo. I saw his picture with me.
You on your tiptoes there? Damn, Ocho. Be okay with your height.
I ain't on toe. I'm
yes,
on
you are, Ocho. People can see.
Oh no, that's my shoe. That's the whatchamacallit in my shoe.
I know. Why Melo shoes ain't like that?
Oh, I don't think he don't use them orthopedic. It's the orthopedic.
Guess what?
Thing in my
You got a
shoe.
picture with Draymond. You're on your toes again.
No, I'm not. Me and Draymond the same height.
Go put a one up with Draymond.
Me and Draymond the same height. Look.
Hey, go down, scroll down to his feet. Go and pull that down. Look at her. On your toes again. You done been on 3 different surfaces.
I'm not on my toe. It's the orthopedics.
Yeah.
Hey, them orthopedic shoes.
Normally, orthopedic only one. Normally, people that got the orthopedic shoe, they on one foot. It ain't on both of them.
Oh, no, on mine, it's on both of them.
Yeah, you got that Mr. McAfee. You got that McAfee going on.
Oh, hey, boy.
Go ahead, Ocho. Tell the chat about Sports Beach and Can.
Hey, but anyway, chat. I had the opportunity to go to the Sport Beach, go to Cannes. All the big brands, the CMOs, the CEOs. I had the opportunity to speak on panels about branding, about marketing, how the Ochocinco name came about. It was very, very interesting. I think the chat, you guys might not even know the story where Ochocinco came about, but I'm gonna just tell you real quick. The name change happened. I think it was 2007, if I'm not mistaken. We were playing the Atlanta Falcons. Carson Palmer had this idea. You should change your last name. This is how it all started. The Ochocinco thing didn't come from me. Carson Palmer said it would be really funny if you change your name to Ochocinco because the month of September is Spanish Heritage Month in the NFL. I'm like, that don't make no sense, and it doesn't fit the nameplate. The name was too long. So I was like, you know what? I went to my equipment man, who was Rob Record at the time, and I told Rob to put the Velcro over the C. Johnson, and I'm going to put Ochocinco on there and go out and pregame warm up, and then have Carson rip it off before kickoff. Boom. I do it. I go out there with the Ochocinco before we play Michael Vick them. Right before kickoff, Carson Palmer rips the nameplate off. Boom. We go back to watch the film Monday morning. I have a FedEx envelope in my locker. I got fined by the NFL. NFL fined me $50,000 for altering the NFL uniform. So what do? Like any other player, I appeal the fine. The NFL upheld the fine. So they took $50,000 out of my check. So to piss the NFL off, I said, you know what, I'm gonna wait till the season end, and I'm gonna change my name on purpose as a FU to the NFL to piss them off. Now put that last name on all my jerseys since you want to take my 50 grand. And that is how the brand and the marketing strategy behind Ochocinco came about. I didn't really think about it long term, and I didn't really have a vision like it turned into now, but it was more a jab back to the NFL, and it turned into something big that is still going very, very well to this day. And I just want to thank I want to thank Roger Goodell for pissing me, for pissing me off. And he's who I am today. And outside of that, I just met some great people, great CEOs, CMOs, sat down, had a lot of conversations, understanding how the business works, on how deals get done. Deals get done out there in Kansas. It was phenomenal. I got to see Kevin Hart's Netflix special that's coming out very soon. I thought it could be the same material, but it was brand new. It was brand new material, brand new set. You guys are going to enjoy that. A lot of people have been up and down about Kevin Hart and his comedy, but it was funny. It was funny. And he's always been funny to me. Some people, complain so much about him not being the same.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah, you can't. Hey, but listen. But when I tell you funny, I don't want to spoil nothing or ruin the jokes, boy.
No, but he's funny in real life though, man. Been around him a little bit. I went to his place to see his cars. I like him.
Yeah.
Hard work. I mean, he a hard worker. You know what, man?
Hey,
he deserves everything that he gets. He works his ass off.
Hey, he talks about a certain individual that is a superstar player in his respective craft. And I don't know if they friends or not. I don't know if that was part of the joke or if he told the person ahead of time that I'm gonna make fun of you on my show.
Right.
Boy, we talk about personal.
Tore him up.
Yeah. Hey, listen, tore him up the whole show in certain parts.
Right.
I mean, listen, when it comes out, y'all will see it. You'll understand what I'm talking about. I don't want to ruin it, but it was good. It was good.
All right, guys, it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A. Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy said, "Hey, fam, glad to see you back, Ocho. We missed you." No, we didn't. Hareem Abdullawan, he said, "What's good, Nightcap Shannon? I wanted to ask you, did you ever watch Fred Williamson and Carl Weathers play football before they turned actors? If so, were they any good?" Fred Williamson's name was the Hammer. And I think you can understand why he got that nickname. I just saw highlights. I don't remember them. I don't remember Fred Williamson or Carl Weathers playing, but I just saw clips of Fred Williamson, and his nickname was the Hammer. So as a defensive back, and they call you the Hammer, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Ocho,
Yo,
Glad to have you back, bro. I'm glad you had a good time. Glad you got an opportunity to go over there and mingle and to see how this thing works. You know, it's not easy, man. You know, you meet with a lot of people, and sometimes if you can just you meet with 15, if you can just get 10, 15% of those deals to close,
hey,
that's success.
and you you know how I am on you know me and people in the chat. If you've met me before in person, you know how I react to you when I see you and I act like I done known you 30 years. I done surprised some of them people. They were like, man, what the hell? They could have had 100 meetings, and I swear for God, those higher people, those high execs, those CEOs and CMOs, they could have had 100 meetings. I guarantee there's one person they remember when they leave there. Just off me just being authentically me. I ain't never had nobody walk up and just hug me out the blue like, oh yeah, this me. It's different. So I'm excited. I represented us as a whole because everyone talked about Nightcap. Everyone asked about you, how things were going. I told them everything is going good. So I represented us very, very well, very, very well in a space where I had no choice but to be serious. Not like I'm on Nightcap, completely different person.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. We want to thank our special guest, Ricky Williams, joined us at the top of the hour, and then Jon Jones. Man, Jim, we had a great time. Hey, I'm sure, hey, Jim, you know, you got what you wanted. You wanted the trend, and so we definitely gonna be trending. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, back from Cairns, Liberty City's own Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler. All Pro, that's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button. And guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We want to thank you all for following us, for supporting us from the very beginning all the way through. You stood by us and allowed us to grow in ways we never thought we could so fast. And because of your eyes, because of your ears, and your word of mouth, we want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. All of us, Ocho, I, and everybody at Nightcap, thank you for helping us become what we've become. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. If you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. It's a premium VSOP cognac. It is the best cognac on the market. I promise you, you try it, you will not be disappointed. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. The link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. Again, thanks, Ricky Williams, for joining us tonight. Jon Jones, thank you, and continued success, the music and on the movie. Ocho, glad to have you back from France. We'll see you tomorrow after Game 7. We're about to crown a new champion. Will it be the OKC Thunder or will it be the Indiana Pacers? Somebody is going to win their first NBA title.
Pacers.
I'm Unc. He's Ocho. See you tomorrow.
Good night.